Hey guys, I'm back in my garage. I get to work on cars again, yay! So I'm back in the garage again, and I wasn't gonna work on the MR2 today. I really want to work on the MR2. I need to work on the MR2, but with trying to get the engine back on the engine mount and having to raise and lower the engine with my arm down the side of it while I get the mount on there. See, this guy, I gotta fish it down between the side of the block and the side of the car, which is kind of dangerous to do by myself, as I've already learned, because I have to raise and lower the engine with the hoist at the same time with my arm in between the side of the engine and the side of the car, and there's like that much clearance. So because I only have two arms, I want to keep both my arms. I'm going to wait and do it on Sunday when I'll actually have some help. So there is an MR2 video coming. Promise, just give me another day until I have some help, and then I will get the MR2 knocked out. I'm going to work on teeter tot, and I got that downpipe sitting on the shelf, which I need to get on the car so that I can get this custom exhaust made for teeter tot, because I decided I'm gonna go with a custom exhaust on the car since I don't even have an exhaust right now. It's running off stock open downpipe. But first, this is the line, the clutch line for the MR2, the one that was broken under the car. And I'm going to take it to this place called Merle's. I got it, 25 feet for 25 bucks, not too bad. Cool, now I can make that line for Mr. Dos. Seems like it's gonna be fun flaring this new line and bending it all up and getting it ready to put on the car. Okay, as far as the TT goes, because I'm gonna do this downpipe, I think the smartest thing I should do first, I need to wash under the car as best as possible, and in the engine bay area too, because that thing is just disgusting in there. It'll make it a lot easier to work on if it's nice and clean. I just realized I have a massive problem. I don't have any more jack stands. There's 4 right there. I only have 4 jack stands, and I have to put jack stands into the back of the Audi so I can pressure wash underneath it, but I don't have any more. Well, oh well. So one of you sent me this, a foam pad, so I can kneel on this now instead of my concrete floor. So thank you, Donald, for a big chunk of foam. So I just took the pressure washer to the undercarriage of the back of the TT here, and there was so much grease and dirt buildup around these rear axles where they go to the boots at the center where like the diff would be. You can see a little bit right there still. I mean, that was bad. That thing was leaking so much, but the boots look good. We shall see. I know some of you right now are probably like, why the hell did you just go through all that trouble to clean the bottom of the car? But honestly, I feel it's a lot easier to work on the car when it's not caked in years of grease and grime and dirt. So it's a lot cleaner underneath this car now. Anyway, I'm gonna finish watching the sunset because it's a really pretty sunset, and then I'm gonna go shower all this crap off of myself. Hola, mi amigos. It's the next day, and I have help today. My friend Spencer is going to help me work on these cars so I can actually start making some real progress on them, since it's taken me forever. Since like yesterday I spent 4 hours washing the undercarriage of the TT because that helps this thing get on the road. But anyway, I'm going to do the downpipe, and I got a new floor jack and some jack stands. So yeah, TT time. I'm going to get to work. So you guys know how this thing sounds like absolute complete crap. Well, hey Spencer, what did you find?
I think your downpipe's a little bit loose.
So I drove this thing from Utah off the turbo. So So it wasn't even open downpipe, it was just straight off the turbo. It looks a lot better since I pressure washed under here though. I mean, this is a lot cleaner. This is the power steering pump that was leaking.
Sure.
It's a lot cleaner. Oil pan's a lot cleaner, especially up inside here. Now I'll be able to watch for leaks and see where it was leaking. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knock out the top hardware first, and then I'm gonna spin around and get up underneath there to get the bottom hardware. And hopefully it's not a pain to get this old downpipe out of there. How do I, there we go. Charge pipe off. In theory, this thing should sound better once I get this new downpipe on there. And then all I gotta do is get this exhaust made and this thing won't sound like a bag of buttholes. Right here is the downpipe. It's two separate pieces, but right past it, right there, where my finger is at the top of the screen, that right there is the Phoebe bushing, I believe it's called, at the end of the drive shaft. And on the inside there's triple squares that hold it on, but it looks like there's only one triple square that's holding it on. And if I can take this bushing off the drive shaft, it'll pull out no problem, and then we should be able to free out the downpipe. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna get a triple square, because I haven't been able to use my triple square set yet, and I'm gonna knock off the hardware on the back side of that bushing, and then Spencer's under the car. He'll be able to pull the drive shaft out from there, and I can pull the bushing up through the top of the car. You got it? Yeah, it's going. That's good that this last bolt was on here because I don't have any of this hardware. So this will give me something to identify what hardware I need. What I'm going to do now is I'm going under the car with this Sawzall. Where are you? I'm gonna use this guy right here, and I'm going to cut the stock downpipe into two pieces so I can get it out, because the new downpipe, the aftermarket one, is two pieces. So it makes it a lot easier for installation. However, this stock one is one giant piece, which unless I drop the subframe, I'm not gonna get it out. So I'm going to cut it into two pieces because it's trash anyway, and then I'll be able to get it out of there. Alright, so you can see right here, this is where I'm cutting through with the Sawzall, and I'm about 90% of the way cut through the pipe, but it's hard to rotate to cut the last percentage of it. You can see right there, that's where I cut the Dremel a little bit more, almost all the way through. Even with help, it still took like 4 hours to get that downpipe out. It took 5 Sawzall blades to cut that thing apart. So here's one chunk of where it was cut, and that's where Spencer tried cutting it right here to see if we could make it easier to pull out, and that didn't really help. I know there was an innuendo there and I just missed it, but whatever. Of where it was cut. So that's out of there, but discovered something really crappy, and potentially this is why the drive shaft on this car was disconnected when I bought it. Here's the end of the drive shaft where it goes into the Haldex. See? It's all like bent and screwed up. So that means I need a new drive shaft, and a drive shaft on ECS tuning for this car is like $1,500. So I'm not buying a new drive shaft for this thing because I don't have $1,500 for a drive shaft for now. That's crazy. So I'm gonna have to start looking on like eBay, or they don't have a TT at the local junkyard. So yeah, I gotta figure out where I can get a drive shaft for this thing. Here's my Chinesium downpipe that I got from eBay, actually Amazon. That was cheap, but that's okay because it'll do the job. It's just metal tubing and the welds don't look that bad on it. And there's the rest. Here's my mid pipe, which has a resonator. Yeah, it's got a resonator built onto it too. Before I stick this on the car, I gotta let you guys know, on top of that in September, I'm gonna be going to the APX event in Boston. So for any of you that live on the East Coast, or are near Boston, I'm going to be going on September, and I guess, what are the dates? September 16th is when the APX event is at. So look in the video description down below for the link to sign up to go to the event to get your tickets, and then my coupon code to get $5 off your tickets. So there's gonna be a bunch of other YouTubers there. It's APX is like Automotive Personalities Experience, I think is what it stands for. And there's gonna be like live panels and stuff there, and there's gonna be a car show. So it's gonna be like really interactive for you guys to get to interact with myself and some other automotive YouTubers. Okay, time to get this downpipe on my car. See, this is how I get help to work on cars. I get someone to occasionally use the camera and hand me tools and help out when it takes two people. And then I just give him Jack Daniels and he just hangs out while I do all the work and he hands me tools. And I just feed him Jack Daniels. That's how that works. All right, try to get this downpipe up in here. There we go.
There you go. There it is. You're good. You're good.
So sorry if this isn't like my normal video with me showing exactly everything that I'm doing, because I'm just trying to make some progress right now. That was the whole point of getting some help, is just so I can make some real progress on these cars and get further along on them. So yeah, it's like 12:30 at night right now. So I'm trying to get this finished up. I'm gonna put the O2 back in there, and I put a tiny little dab of anti-seize on here just so I don't have any issues later. Hopefully this O2 sensor is still good. If not, I'll replace it, whatever. Just trying to get this thing buttoned back together so I can drive it back out into the driveway. Kinda sucks. Yeah, I am probably gonna do things twice, but whatever. It's 12:20 in the morning, and it took a lot longer than expected because I didn't have all the tools I needed once again, so we had to go to 2 different stores. The oil drain line on here was leaking a little bit. I'm guessing these gaskets right here on the return or the feed, it looks like both of them are leaking. So I tightened it up and cleaned it up really good to see if it's gonna leak some more. It's not terrible to get to. Even with the downpipe on, I should still be able to do it. But downpipe's on, everything's put back together. Like put the charge pipe back on, so now I'm going to just downjack the car and pull it out of here. But anyway, I'll record the startup of this car in the morning and I'll put it in this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you very soon with one on the MR2. So, bye. Okay, here goes nothing.